Hello, I'm Michael Clark and welcome to my home in wonderful Navarre, Florida, okay? We would do a tutorial, but we don't have time for that. So for this assignment I watched Roseanne Season 1 Episode 6 of The Mall Story, okay? So basically the summary of the plot for this was the family goes to the mall and then you have your typical happenings. You have the one daughter, Becky, who's ready to get that dress that she needs for a prom because it's the biggest dance ever of her life, okay? Then Darlene, okay, she's just running around bumming money from, her mom and dad, just eating a bunch of candy, doing typical kid stuff. Then there's DJ, he's basically just along for the ride. He's just hanging out with his dad inside the shoe store and learning the meaning of hurry up and wait. So Jackie, through the whole thing, she's kind of starts reminiscing on life and about how she hasn't really done anything and hasn't went anywhere, and she works at the same factory that everybody else works at, basically in the whole town. So she starts becoming more depressed as the storyline goes on. And Roseanne is just doing her typical thing, She's just some happy-go-lucky, sarcastic person, which I love her attitude. That's my favorite type of attitude to have. Just, hey, be happy and sarcastic about stuff and don't take things too serious. So the recurring or non-recurring characters in this story, I don't really know a whole lot about the characters outside the immediate family or anything, but did a little bit of research, and there's some two non-recurring characters. One was the shoe salesman, and his name was Jonathan Chapin, and then the saleswoman who was selling the dress to Becky, her name was Mary Ann McCary. So I didn't have a rhyme or reason on why I wanted to watch this particular episode. It was just I just picked it and went with it. But it was actually pretty cool. So after watching this episode, though, I did find that it was very relatable because everybody knows about taking your family to the mall. Even if you don't have a family that you take to the mall, you see other people's family there in the mall, and it's all the same kind of cliches, hey, I want this, I want that, and you have the other kids that are running around, just doing their own thing, and then as Dan explains, it took him 500 years to find a parking spot, which that's always the typical situation, when you go to the mall, it's always packed. So I thought it was really great, especially with me when me and my family, we go to the mall. We've got two boys and a little girl, so it's always I want this or I want that. Let's go here. Let's go look at this. And then there's my wife, who, she's a woman, so shopping is her thing. So it's, let's break out that charge card. I got a pretty good kick out of when they called it a charge card instead of a credit card. So it shows you the how old it was. But I thought that the producer did a good job on just doing the just like I said earlier, the typical stuff in a mall. The old elderly couple that are walking around just taking sharp jabs at each other. The girls that were, the preppy girls that were coming in that Roseanne kind of embarrassed Darlene about. And then you have the guy over there that was working out and selling his supplements and his exercise equipment. It's pretty crazy stuff. But part of the story that really hit home to me was that when I was in the 8th grade, I went to the mall with my grandmother, and there was a pair of shoes that I really wanted to have, okay? However, my grandmother, she just literally just recently bought some new shoes, and we had them, in her bag, and I kind of, showed out a little bit over these pair of shoes. Anyways, she went and returned those shoes just so I could get, the shoes that I wanted, and I've never forgotten about that. That's one thing that that I'll always remember forever, and it's pretty crazy that that's probably one of just because I learned so much from that, and watching this episode just really brought that back. So I really enjoyed the episode, especially after seeing the end of the episode and how it related back to me. Okay, but so in recap of everything, that was Roseanne, season 1, episode 16, and how we went through the everyday, family, typical stuff going on at the mall. From people looking at something and being jealous, being depressed, to the happy-go-lucky shoppers, to the kids wanting everything, to the other kids just running around, to not being able to find a parking spot. We went over the recurring characters, both of the sales people that was in here. But I hope you enjoy this.